I'm Ali Ovelli. I'm a class teacher at present working in nursery. I've been at Carter Hatch for about 5 years. I'm responsible for 75 children in nursery and 6 support staff. Interactions are everything. It's in these moments we assess, plan and teach, and this process starts with all adults being available to observe and listen to children from the moment they walk into the setting. Because we start by observing the child, the interactions are respectful, exciting and engaging. Interactions take account of each child's background, abilities, additional needs and interests. Because we start with the child, we know the child. I support all my team in working in this way by being a good role model and coaching when necessary. Experience has taught us that the most powerful learning happens when we let the children lead the interactions and the adults guide them. There are a few instances, such as story time, when the interactions are adult-led. Interactions might include modelling language, demonstrating how to do something, explaining a concept, facilitating a process, commenting as children play, or by encouraging children to think by asking, "I wonder how." Our interactions are our teaching. It's really important to have quality interactions. That's when we build up relationships with our children. The more you listen to them, the more you understand where they're at ability-wise and what they're interested in. When we first start in September, we're just listening to children, playing with them, letting them take the lead so we get to know them. And then you know then how to move their learning on.
I'm going to do it in the cake.
You'd like to make a cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would too.
You'd like to make a cake? Okay, shall we go and have a look? I believe it's quite natural for them to just go towards something that they're interested in. They come into the setting and they're off. They have a very natural, strong desire to go and do and learn, basically. For some children it does take a little bit longer, but once they feel safe and we've built a good relationship with them and they feel confident in their environment, they know where things are, it's not really an issue. For children who don't initiate interaction, we try and understand why, and the only way you can do that is by getting to know the child. A good child-initiated interaction always follows the same sort of pattern. We observe something, we quickly assess and plan what we're going to do in our head from what we've seen, and then we implement something. So the next step is done for the child in that moment right there. For example, if a child was struggling to do up their coat, if they're struggling with the zip, we would go over and give them a bit of instruction and hopefully they would then be able to do it themselves.
It's new.
Oh, it's a new coat. Is that, and the zip's a bit stiff?
Yeah.
That's it. Just try again, see if you can get it around the right way.
Children initiate interactions all the time, so they might come and ask us for help. They might come and want to share something with us, something that they've made, something they've drawn, something that they've seen. They could just want to tell us something. They initiate interactions all the time for lots and lots of different reasons. We assess what we see and hear throughout the day by documenting it on children's learning journeys. Every week there's also 4 focused children in the morning and 4 focused children in the afternoon, and that means that they have a learning journey up on the wall. So all the interactions that we have with them, all their learning is documented, written down on a sticky label and put up on their learning journey. With each interaction, if it's appropriate, we will take a picture and that will go with it. We also have a planning in the moment sheet, so any activities that we do with large groups of children, obviously again all child initiated, we would document that again with a picture. So we assess the children in nursery termly, and that is all based on teacher knowledge really, and we do that as a team as well, so I'll sit with some of the support staff and we'll assess the children together. We have such a good knowledge of the children because all we do is follow their lead and listen to them and play with them all day long, so we remember a phenomenal amount actually when we come to assess them. We also document the children's wow moments, so the first time that they do something on their own independently, that gets documented as well and it goes into their profile books. It's really important to differentiate our responses for every child because every child is different. When an adult responds to a child, we take into account everything we know about them. their family life, their ability in all areas, their confidence levels is really important. It's how we push learning on, it's how they progress in those interactions. So every interaction is differentiated for every child. The timing of the interaction is really important. If you move in too soon, you might put a child off, you might scare them, they may not ever go near that piece of equipment or anything again. So it's always best just to stand back, just watch, just listen. You have to allow them to struggle, to know that they can't do it yet. And then you would assess the situation and help them to overcome that problem. And then you've developed their confidence and you've shown them that they can then do it themselves. Prior knowledge of the child informs everything about the interaction. So whenever we're interacting with a child, we just can recall what we've done with them before, what they like doing, and we use that to inform the next steps, the planning in the moment. One of the things that helps us to judge whether an interaction is successful or not is levels of involvement. So if a child stays highly involved, then we carry on. And as soon as those levels of involvement dip, they move away or they show that they're not so interested anymore, then the interaction has naturally come to an end. Working in this way, allowing the child to take the lead, is so magical. There are magic moments happening all the time in nursery and reception. It's amazing because the sky is the limit. The motivation factor is already there because it was the child's decision to build a car or to make something, and you're just there supporting them. So the levels of involvement are very high for most of the day, for most of the children. It's an amazing learning environment to be a part of. When you allow space and time for these child-initiated interactions, you get to know the child so much better because you're not pulled away. Every minute of every day is constructive, I would say, for every child. It develops confidence like nothing else I've seen. I really, really believe that every young child should have this experience in nursery and reception, definitely. You have to have trust in the children and you have to be calm and just let go. And it is teaching in a very creative way. It's on the spot. But if you've got time and you've got the right management around you and the right team around you who are positive and supportive, the sky's the limit. Early years practitioners have hundreds of interactions with children every day. In each interaction, they are observing, assessing, planning and teaching, and this happens continuously. If they get this right, the child will make progress as a result. Hundreds of tiny steps of progress are happening every day. Sometimes we get it wrong, resulting in the child losing interest or becoming disengaged, but as we become more skilled, this happens less and less. In this school, child-initiated play is truly valued and its potential has been demonstrated through the progress that the children achieve. The adult-child interactions are a key part of this process. We are constantly looking for opportunities to move learning forward. This relies on every member of staff contributing and interacting. This means teaching all day long. This is no mean feat, but we have very skilled staff who are passionate about this way of working and have seen the benefits for our children. We trust that children want to learn and we have found a way to facilitate and support that through our interactions.